Are you ready?
My coach, Barbara H. Smith. Why did I hire her? Because she's the best.
Barbara H. Smith is a powerhouse. She just walks in the room and grabs your attention, and she does that in a way that just makes you feel loved and like she's paying attention to you. She cares about you, and she wants to see you be your best self.
She was able to dig inside and find the passion that was deep within me.
Barbara's energy is one of the reasons that I had to have her as my coach. I love the way she is real with people.
The reason I felt like I needed a coach was because I have some big goals and I needed to build my confidence. I knew that Barbara could help me do that.
I felt that I could trust her.
I would definitely recommend to get coaching from Barbara H. Smith if you feel like you need to level up your confidence. She would just help you feel like bold, like you can take on the world.
She has really shown me who I am. She has changed my mindset to a place that I know that I am more powerful today than I would have ever been if I had never met Barbara Smith.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, it's Tuesday. I have been over the moon excited today because I have two powerhouse folks. No, wait. Three powerhouse ladies on the platform. First and foremost, let me bring her up. The sensational, sassy, sexy Shani Smith. Come to the platform.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited tonight.
Hey,
you know I had to represent Kenya tonight for our guest.
She is here, Shani Smith. Good to see you tonight, Shani. How you feeling?
I feel fantastic. Great and grateful.
You look amazing. She got the hair all up and the African jewelry on. Girl, you're doing the thing tonight. But aren't we excited about our first guest? Our first guest is a woman of achievement who has won the Judges Award in Kenya in 2018, nominated for the Upstream Woman of the Year at the 2018 Upstream, get this, Oil and Gas Awards, and then went to win it again in 2019. She's a woman with she's won many accolades in the industry. And she continues to climb while encouraging other women to participate and grow with her. In her cover story on December 16th, African Shapers listed her among the top 100 women contributing significantly to the African oil and gas industry. She's a woman who's been raised in 3 countries. Guess what? She worked in several of them. And she garnered the experience from international schools and multinational companies. She has an extensive business network worldwide and comes with over 25 years of marketing and business development experience in energy, telecom, and fast-moving consumer goods sectors. She's the founder and managing director of Albertine Oil and Gas in Uganda, a subsidiary in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bonita Bajeri. Here we go.
Hello.
Bonita, thank you so much. We are honored to have you with us this morning. I should say for you this morning. It is
4 a.m.
4:04 in Uganda right now. So ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for her being up at this hour in the morning. Thank you so much. We were talking some backstage about you before you got there. And we want to know more about the real Bonita Bajeri. Am I pronouncing your last name right?
Bajeri.
Yes. I want to make sure I said it right. Bajeri.
Yes.
Tell us more about you. What do you do with yourself all day?
What do I do with myself all day? Let me give you a little background. I was born in Uganda. I'm Ugandan. I grew up in Kenya. I met you in Kenya.
Yes.
The beautiful country, Kenya. And I studied in the UK and France. I graduated in Paris from American University in Paris. I studied marketing.
Uh-huh.
I then came back to Uganda and worked in marketing. I worked in advertising, and I worked with some multinationals working on fast-moving consumer goods. So I did marketing for many years until 2016 when I got into oil and gas.
Now tell us about that. Why did you get in? What was it about oil and gas that made you go there after all that marketing experience?
I'll tell you what, I was always discussing about our natural resources. Africa has a lot of natural resources. It's very, very rich. Whether it's oil and gas, whether it's tin or copper or gold. And I would just watch and see other countries, people from other countries come and take control of our natural resources. So instead of complaining about it and talking about it, I thought, when I keep saying we should get involved, who's we? I have so I've got to be one of the we. And so I started following because Uganda had discovered oil in 2006. So I started following what was happening, and I had started following and reading up on the natural resources in the region. I visited the Democratic Republic of Congo, looked at what we have. And then in 2016, I just decided I've got to be the we, and just got into it. And I have no engineering background, no, nothing to do with oil and gas except watching. Maybe I watched Dallas many years ago. Do you
Who can
remember
forget
Dallas?
JR, right?
Even JR, and that's the only thing apart from, of course, putting petrol or gas in my car. I really didn't know much about it, but I just thought I've got to participate. I've got to get involved, and I've got to encourage people in the region. I've got to encourage women to participate in this space. And this is because if you look at the extractives, they are the ones that have built America, built Europe, built a lot of China, built all these developed countries using um, natural resources. What they get out of, the money they get out of natural resources is what they've used to build those nations. And so, how can we not participate in that? How can we not participate in building our nation? And so that's how I pretty much just
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 jumped
jumped
in.
into the deep, just jumped in and decided we'll figure it out.
Shani.
Head first. Here in America, typically that kind of field is male dominated. Is it that way there for you on the continent?
It's male dominated, but it's also there are not many Africans in that space as well because we don't have the expertise.
But
So
do
you
they have the
defy all the
desire?
odds. You know nothing
Exactly.
about it.
Yes.
You're a female and you're
Yes.
African, and you just make
Yes.
the decision to say, I'm going
And
to do this. I'm going to be the we.
I'm just gonna do it.
How hard was it to break in though? I mean,
Um,
what obstacles did you come up against?
Actually, not so many because I guess I was surprised in the people. They're like, "What? So what are you doing?" And they'd ask me all these questions which I didn't know of upstream, midstream, downstream. I didn't know what those were. So it was self-taught. I attended as many conferences. I asked anybody I could about the industry. Um, they were pretty welcoming because I mean, they
Different.
didn't have it was different, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, let's see how far you go.
What's she
So
gonna
I'm still here. What's she going to do? Yes.
do? So what can we do? What is it that would make what you do more fulfilling?
It's listen, we need to have more people participating in this. We need to have more of us participating. We need to have more women worldwide in these male dominated industries, but we need to have more women in this space, and we need to highlight and let people know what is happening. And it's platforms like these that we use to let uh, the world know, the public know. We've got to tell our narrative. We've got to tell our story.
Yes.
because the story they always tell about Africa is always negative,
Yeah.
never the good side, never the opportunities, never. So we've got to tell our story. We've got to tell people what is happening in Uganda, what is happening in East Africa or in other parts of Africa. We need to tell people what about the opportunities that are there, and we need to work together and
That's the
share information.
that's the thing. Opportunities and sharing information. What kinds of opportunities could African Americans and people, women especially, what kind of opportunities could they be looking for? Could they see? Could they enjoy? Could they get involved in?
I mean, okay, like in a lot of these African countries, there's small scale miners.
Uh-huh.
So there's already mining going on, and they're already mining at a small scale.
Mm-hmm.
So they could partner, for example, with some of these miners, partner with them because technology has really improved, and
Yeah.
countries like America have amazing technology, and so they could bring in know-how and technology, and basically, I think partner with a lot of these smaller companies to grow, and or to add value as well. And
Yeah.
some African countries now have prohibited companies from exporting raw materials without adding any value.
That's great. I saw that somewhere on, I can't remember which country it was,
Mm.
but I remember seeing that they made a partnership with Sweden, and they
Mhm.
said we will not be exporting cocoa unless we are part of the chocolate making.
Ghana,
Ghana. Yep.
Ghana exports a lot of cocoa.
Yep.
I mean, imagine. You mean we can't make chocolate? Really?
Yeah. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
It sounds ridiculous. So there's a lot of products, and America has what they enacted, what was is called African Growth Opportunities Act. So some of these products are actually duty free, and there's agricultural products, there's the minerals, there's the natural resources, there's a whole list, and a lot of people are not aware of these opportunities.
There-
Are not aware that like cotton, for example, we export cotton, coffee. Uganda exports coffee.
Yeah.
All these are products that are duty free to encourage trade between America and Africa. So it's just to highlight and showcase and let people know about these opportunities.
So, Shawnee, you decided you didn't want to be with us, so you can ask the next questions.
Okay, technology, we got love-hate relationships sometimes. It works when it wants to. So I have been so excited about meeting you because I've just been so intrigued that you had the audacity to just do something like this. There's so many times where there's things simple things like I don't want to leave my job. I have to make this big, huge decision. And for you to take this leap to say, you know what, like you said, I'm going to be the we. And our next guest will actually speak more to mindset as well. But it's like, how did you have the audacity and the boldness to do such a thing? And like you said, with them being just shocked that you're going to do it, like there wasn't as much resistance because like the nerve to do that. Like it's so bold. How does one do that? Like,
Yeah.
did you come from a background of entrepreneurs?
Um, Fear tends to hold us back most of the time. We're afraid. We're afraid to fail. We're afraid to fall. We're afraid. My father was a businessman. He was into coffee, but he also really supported us. He supported us as women, as girls, as his daughters. He never said that we could not do anything. In fact,
There it is.
I think he pretty much spoilt us more than the boys. He supported us, and he would always tell us. So he never told us that there was nothing we can do, and neither did my mom. In fact, it's later on when I went into like high school when I realized, what do you mean I can't do it? I can do whatever. It's when I got into the real world that I realized, okay, there's obstacles, and they're not going to be as kind as let's say my father was. But I
Right.
have always been encouraged. So I came from um, a background that was very encouraging of women, and never my mom's family, my mom's parents, they encouraged them as well. So
It makes a
that's the kind
difference.
of background. Yes. And you'd be surprised, like Africa, Uganda has a lot of women in leadership positions. Our prime minister is a woman. Our vice president is a woman. Our minister of energy is a woman. Minister of health is, I mean, we have quite a few women in leadership positions, which is good. And I think which surprises a lot of people outside
Other
Africa,
countries.
that Africa
Yeah.
actually has, we have more women in leadership positions than America. When America was excited about a woman vice president, we were just going into, this is our second one.
Wow.
This is our second vice president who's a woman. So we have a lot of women leaders as well.
I remember you said that when we were in Kenya, and it intrigued
Yes,
me, and it made me very, very
yes,
proud. It made me sit up a little straighter, that
exactly.
the countries in Africa do promote women. I mean, there are a lot of
Yeah,
places that don't, but there are a lot of places here that
yeah,
don't. So,
yeah,
the narrative, what you said before, the narrative is
yeah.
amazing. So I want to just give a shout out to Cherie out there. Cherie Burrell Worldwide is out there. And I want to say thank you for inviting people to come. Thank you, Tina T. Phillips, for being there. And we are enjoying Bonita Bagari right now. Did I say it right this time?
Yes, you did.
She is from Uganda and she is up at 4 a.m. to be with us on the Barbara H. Smith Show. And Shani, who is playing peekaboo with us, wants to ask you a couple more questions.
I tell you, I can't. I don't know what's going on today, but it's not going to steal my energy at
I
all.
know that's right.
At all.
So,
Yeah, good, good.
So
so
tell us
Um,
what's next. What's
what
next
is
for
that?
you? Is there after the Albertine oil and gas? What's next? Like, what other project do you want to work on?
um, I just got a prospector's license, so I'm gonna go into mining and add value to the natural resources. That's the
Wow.
next step. Actually, I'll focus more into that because that is more the future. Extractives are going to, we're going more green, so we won't use in the future. We'll use less
Awesome.
fossil fuels,
Yeah.
um, but um, mining the products that are going to be needed for mobile phones, for electric cars, for robots, for artificial intelligence. That's what I want to get into, and I want to add value to those products here in Africa.
Wow.
So
How? Go ahead.
mining,
Yes.
that's I'm
Yeah.
stunned. Just in shock.
Uh,
Yeah.
So you talk
I know.
extracting. Talk to
Yes.
what does that really mean? I mean, I get the idea extracting from the earth, but
Yes. You get
what
the
all is
product from
involved?
the earth. So you get it from the earth, and then you process it to whatever level, and then because some of these are some of the products. So you do okay. For example, when they talk about aeroplanes or Boeing. So you will have maybe um, France manufacturing a particular product for an aeroplane, and you'll have another country manufacturing another product for an aeroplane. So I would like to be able to manufacture some of those products here, the finished products that they will use in the computers or that they'll use in the phones or that they'll use in the cars and not just send the raw material.
Oh, so we're looking for contractors out there who are interested in partnering with Benita Bagari. And how do we get in touch with you, Benita?
I've got my website and my email. I think you took it down. I don't know if it's coming across. Albertine, www.albertineoilandgas.com, and my email is benita.bageri@albertineoilandgas.com.
The owner and CEO of Albertine Oil and Gas is with us on the Barbara Smith Show.
We have a question from Sherry Bootstrap Black Hunt, and she wants to know, where is your vision derived from?
My vision, we're all here for a reason. Every single one of us. We're in
Say it again.
this world
Say it again.
for a reason. We are in this world for a reason. There's a purpose. And I feel my purpose is to encourage, especially people of color, African, especially women, but men as well, to take control of our natural resources. 50% of the world's gold is from Africa. And how come we're not the richest? A lot of natural resources are from Africa. We have to work together. We've got to work together. Yes.
There's a lot of misinformation. That's what the problem, part of the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on purpose.
I know that. You know that.
Yes. Yeah.
We know that.
We know that. So we've got to get rid of it. And the only way is to speak up and to share.
Yeah. And that's why I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. One of the things that was very, excuse me, interesting to me is those images that Americans are shown.
Right. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And what were you going to say about that, Shani?
I was going to say it's vice versa. We get images of this stripped, very poor continent. You get images that show us in a different light as well. And that continues the divide when we really need to be working together, just like you're saying.
Exactly.
Cherie Black Hunt also said, yes, man, that's because of robbers. But absolutely, we both are getting these mixed messages. And it doesn't bring us any closer. It keeps us apart.
But this is helping to share the narrative. This is helping to clarify the narrative. Tell our story from our side.
Right.
From our side, demystify, also demystify the oil and gas industry, demystify. Because when you think of extractive or oil and gas, you always think it's only technical, the technical side, and it's impossible to get in. But what do they eat? We can supply eggs. We can supply clothes. We can supply, all sorts of things, from foodstuff to nails, or there's a whole lot of like Uganda. What they've done, they've just put aside like 16 sectors just for Ugandan companies, like logistics, things that are not so technical. We've been doing logistics. Or any, yes, and all that are just for Ugandan companies. Environmental impact assessment, legal. There's certain things that Ugandan companies can do. And so, we have a very strong local content law. And any company that comes in that tenders for even the major projects, they must have either a local partner, or they must register fully in Uganda and employ Ugandans and use Ugandan products. So our governments also are doing some great things in terms of encouraging participation and making sure that we learn and in the future own our own blocks and do our own drilling.
I was just getting ready to ask you how the government is participating in that effort.
Yes. They're doing a great job. So our local content laws are good, and the implementation is quite good.
Because that's what a lot of people think, that the government is not going to allow you to do it, and the information again is false. The narrative is false, and so we can get in touch with you, those of us who are interested in partnering with Uganda and partnering with natural resources in the Albertine Oil and Gas Company.
Absolutely.
Sherry Black Hunt said, we must remember there will always be activities designed to divide our culture. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have to look
For sure.
beyond that.
Yes. We have
Get beyond it.
to.
We have to get beyond it. And
We
so
have to.
know that
And
I'm
not
going to
be
stay in
afraid.
touch with
And not be
you.
afraid. Please do. If you don't, I'm coming for you.
I was going to say, you can't get rid of me now. I mean,
Don't.
you and I are connected. You and I connected since Nairobi. You can't even leave the scene.
Listen, for sure, for sure. And what people can start doing is by visiting. Just come visit, get a feel, before you even think of maybe doing business. If you've never been to
Right.
Africa, come to Kenya, come to Uganda, come on holiday,
Yeah.
and then
I'm trying to get some people to come with me in July. I will be back in July.
in July. Oh, great,
Yeah. And so,
great.
yeah, supposed to be taking
Yeah.
Shani with me. So we'll see what happens.
What do you mean?
Anybody out there
Yeah.
want to go to Kenya? So, Benita, I want you to one more time give us the ways that we can get in touch with you. We see your name and number down there. We see your name and email down there, but I want you to tell the people what can we do to get to you?
Email me and ask me any question. I will answer. I will
She's also on
respond.
LinkedIn.
To you. Huh?
She's also
Sorry?
on LinkedIn. Answer
Yes,
her LinkedIn.
I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. So please get in touch. Google
Yeah,
my
she
name.
wants to.
If you don't get the information, if you Google my name, the information will come up. More information.
It is amazing the
Yes.
technology today.
Yes, it's
We're
helping
talking
us.
to Uganda
At 4 in the morning.
at 4 a.m. She's talking.
4:30 now. 4:30 in the morning, and you're looking fabulous, by the way. I must say, for this time in the morning.
We're not going to keep her too much later. She is a gorgeous woman, very well spoken, very educated, very lively. When I first saw her in Nairobi, the light that she carries attracted me. The light that she has attracted others. And she was so well spoken and talked very much about how we have to get involved, women, especially women, in these male dominated industries like oil and gas, like mining. There's no excuse. What's the excuse?
No excuse. No excuse.
No.
The information is there. It's welcoming. The opportunities are there. Africa's open for investors or partnerships. There is no excuse.
We are so excited. I was just informed that we have another guest, a surprise guest in the studio. I'd like to see if we can bring him. Mark, in the meantime, we're about out of time with Benita. I am just so grateful that you're here with us. So grateful that you took time to be up at this unruly hour of the morning to be with us from Uganda. And I appreciate, Billy Graham Jr. is backstage saying hello. Sherry, thank you so much for being out there. Thank you, Cherie, for being out there. And we want to thank all of the guests that are out there just chiming in. Tina Phillips, thank you so much for being out there. Burrell Worldwide, thank you for being out there. We have had a lovely time, a magnificent time, Shani and I, with you, Benita. And don't you ever think that you're getting away from me. That's for sure. We want to partner with you and be able to expose more of Uganda and the continent of Africa to people who don't know what the real narrative is. We thank you so much. Shani, you want to have any parting shots?
I want to just say thank you for having the courage to do what you do. It's such an inspiration, and it literally speaks volumes. It should speak volumes to everybody listening that you really can do anything that you want to do.
Benita, last words.
Thank you very much. And thank you for these are the kind of platforms that we need to get this information out. So thank you so much.
Mhm.
Let's do more. Let's do tell everybody about Africa, about us, about beautiful women like you. Let's keep talking.
Yes, let's do it.
Thank you
Let's
very
do it.
much. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Yes.
Get some rest.
All right.
Don't you go anywhere. That's not you, Benita. You go get some rest. The rest of you, hang right in there. We have another exceptional guest coming up right after the break. Don't go away. I'll talk to you soon, Benita, after the commercial break.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Engage, inspire, empower. That's what I help you do as a celebrity, speaker, trainer, and coach. Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. I am the one that can help you dig deep inside your passions and deep inside your life to get you to the place you always dreamed.
I had the pleasure of hearing Miss Barbara Holmes Smith speak today, and just from her speaking to me today, I have realized that I need to have personalized my alter ego and be able to put myself out there a lot more.
I help through speaking techniques,
My
teaching
mama
you
made it.
how
Thank
to
you
use
for
your
being with
words
us tonight.
and your body language to inspire people to come up higher.
Today's presentation with Ms. Barbara was just outstanding. She has really helped me with her personality, with her being so genuine and passionate about what she believes in and helping to coach, train. Her sense of humor, her energy is just incredible.
How do I do that? By coaching and speaking and training. I help you with whatever it is that you want to do next. What is your next? Are you ready to take your life, your career to the next level? I can get you there. Contact me at www.barbarahsmith.com.
Oh, shoot, I hear the bell. And we are back. Was that not phenomenal, Shani? What?
Okay. I can't even imagine. There's so many things in Roblox that we think we have that we don't. It's all about just changing your mind, right?
Mindset. Nice segue. Love it. Love it. Our next guest. You know, have you ever wondered what life was meant for? You know, is it something that's greater? Did you miss your calling? This is a question that's at the heart of this new phenomenal book, Your First Millions Already in the Bank. Oh, I love that. It's an immersive guide to achieving a wealth mindset. This life-changing project sprang up from an interview series that celebrates epic breakthroughs around the globe, hosted by this phenomenal mindset coach and motivational speaker. As the founder of the New You Wow, she helps busy bosses achieve lasting wealth fearlessly and restores their passion for life. It's her mission to help as many people as possible achieve freedom from limiting beliefs that hold bright souls hostage. In this book, she pulls back the curtain and deconstructs what it means to nurture your vision and consistently step out of your comfort zone while you clarify how to overcome those limiting beliefs. She's also ready right now to stop someone from saying someday these things are going to happen and build a stronger, more resilient you. Because the moment you learn to master your mindset is the moment you truly become unstoppable. Help us welcome to the show, Yvonne Nobles. Hello, hello.
Hi, ladies. How are you? It's so exciting to be here.
We are excited to have you here. So, Shani, my voice is going out. Go ahead and you share first.
I want to know, first of all, how did you even come to this realization that we have the power to control where we're going?
You know, I know when we were talking backstage, I mentioned I was 2 years old when my father enlisted in the military. And that gave me the opportunity to grow up around the globe. And one of my favorite locations, I actually lived there twice, was Germany. And one really big benefit of being there when I was first of all meeting Holocaust survivors.
Wow.
And I was intrigued as a little girl at being able to commune with people that went through that atrocity and were still able to smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I just became intrigued with wondering what makes someone strong. You know, it's not necessarily how many pounds you can lift, but it's to be unbreakable, to be unshakable, and to be unstoppable. So I just became obsessed from, being a little girl and just growing up through life with figuring out how to solve the mindset puzzle. And yeah, it's been a wild trip, a great journey. It never ends, but the beauty of it is now I can help others as well.
Well, let me tell you, mindset is so critical. And the fact that you are a mindset coach is in the same lane that I like to drive in.
Beautiful.
It took a long time, though. So I want to ask you, how long did it take you to figure out that when your mind shifts, your whole world shifts?
I think a lot of it just comes from life experience. Barbara, as a fellow coach, you know that a lot of it is helping people find the answers within.
Yeah.
And that's why mindset is so pivotal, because when you see someone light up and finally grasp
Yeah.
that everything that held them back was just in their imagination, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing every single time.
And isn't that such a joy to see them get that aha moment?
Yes, it
That they
is.
had this thing inside them the whole time.
Yes.
So what kind of exercises and techniques do you use? I know which ones I use to get to the heart of their mindset breakthrough.
Well, before I took the leap last year and left my corporate job, I was also doing tutoring.
Wait. You went too fast. Last year? In the middle of COVID?
Yeah, I'm a little nutty. Well, it's one of those things where you build towards it for years and then something happens. So
Okay,
even those,
that's what I want. That's what I want to get at. What was the something that happened last year that made you think, okay, this is COVID.
yeah,
People are losing their jobs. People are not working.
yeah.
And you just said, okay, that's it for me. What was that thing?
I think we all had to come to terms with our mortality. And in one way or another, we knew somebody that was going through it. And whether it was physically having coming into contact with COVID or losing their lives, every single one of us had to deal with the
Every single
emotional,
one. Every single
the
one.
emotional, the mental, so many levels that this has changed us. And I said, if not now, then when?
Yeah. If not who, if not you, then so. All right, I interrupted your story. Let's go back. You started it last year.
Yep.
And then what happened? I mean, how'd you maneuver? How'd you come to this place of mindset that's what I want to coach?
Yeah, well, I was going to share with you, there was a specific example. I used to tutor as well while I was still doing
Oh,
my job, and there was this one little girl. She's always going to be one of my favorite students. And she had this thing when we started where she and her mom both were mortified that she wasn't going to pass her grade. She wasn't going to make it through. And I think children are sometimes the best example of where we get stuck.
yeah,
And so I had her do exercises that even as adults, as grown women, we have to tap into that inner child and do them too.
yeah.
So first and foremost is affirmation. So before she would take a test, before she would do homework, I'm like, and what do you say? She's like, I
Yes.
am amazing. I
Yes.
am brilliant.
Come
I am the
on.
best. And it was just
Yes.
beautiful to see her go from this little tiny blossom bud just out like amazing. And it's contagious.
Yes, it
So when
is.
she went from D's and C's to A's and B's in 1 quarter, that is a shift.
Yeah,
It's all about getting to the next level.
yeah. That's exciting. That's exceptional. It also is a technique that I am totally on board with.
Great.
One of the things I'm going to share with you that we do with our clients is not only just do affirmations, but get like a Spotify app
Mm,
or a Pandora app and put the headphones, the I am affirmations in your ears and go to sleep.
yeah,
Because what we teach is the subconscious mind is still working.
absolutely.
And so you get that inside of you. The other thing is record your own voice in I am affirmations and
Yes.
just play it all day.
Yep.
Hearing your own voice does something to your inner child.
Absolutely.
So
And I love that.
love
I
it.
love that. Yeah, and you know what? I told you backstage, I'm not a morning person. So that has been my life hack that I always tell myself, and I do it for my clients.
Yeah.
Prime yourself at night.
Yeah.
Because in the rare chance that you don't get up as early or you don't do that activity first thing,
Yeah.
you wake up ready to take on the world because you were talking to you through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. What else do you do for your clients that make, I'm just mind blown that we do the same things. And here's what I want the audience to know. Even though Yvonne and I do some similar things, some same things, people who resonate with Yvonne will not resonate with me. And people who resonate with me will not resonate with Yvonne. So we don't have a competition. The only competition you have is you.
Absolutely.
Are you better than you were last year?
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. And to tag on to that, if you're not, then you've reverted. There's no such thing as stagnancy. We have to improve. I say it's like being on a unicycle, and you can either go forward or you can go back. Because if you try to stay still, if you
Yeah.
think you're stuck, you're going to fall right off.
Yeah.
So the key is to move forward. And another thing that I think is key is confronting fear. So I call it time travel. And so you probably know what I'm going to say, but when you're I'm from a small town, Okeechobee, if anyone's familiar with it here in Florida. You look at a map and that's that giant hole at the bottom and you're like, what is that? Lake Okeechobee. It's a Native American word. That means big water. So the thing about it is we'd have these county fairs. And every year you'd get excited. The fair was coming to town. And I was a scared little girl who hated the rides. But one time I manned up and I got on that terrible pirate ship that goes up and back and you feel like your stomach's going into your throat. But the thing about that is that's what you have to do to move forward. You technically have to step back and you have to fight whatever is holding you back.
Yeah.
Because it seems like we're so busy trying to live on autopilot or just get to the next thing that makes us feel good, but we're never taking care of those obstacles inside. But the minute you do that and you come back forward, you will swing higher than ever before.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I like to think of that as like the
talking now. Okay, I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't know. He tried it. The devil tried it, but not today. There's too much greatness on here. So I like to think of that as the bow and arrow effect.
I was just gonna say that. Stop it.
As you get pulled back, So I'm looking forward to being released.
Yes.
And just flying. So
yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and when you do, it's gonna be powerful. I want to talk to some people out there. Sherry said, yes, it is. But Nita's still out there. She said, I'm not in bed. I thought I would watch Yvonne. Yeah. Sherry says, yes, it does. My own voice. She primes herself at night. It's individual. Sherry said it's helping her. She's helping her. She's getting courage from being on the Barbara Smith show, listening to Yvonne tonight and listening to Miss Bagari. Yeah. So you guys, the ladies that have been on here tonight have been phenomenal. Tell us some more about Yvonne. What's the book about?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so another thing I shared with you, written in 7 days. Um, it was an experience for me. So it's a short read because it's technically a combination of you get my story and you write yours. So there's
Ooh.
journaling involved. It pulls you in
Mhm.
and you're going to see yourself in a brand new light so you can see who you really are. Because the million is a play on what I deem as wealth. For some people, it's all about the money. But
Right.
if you really want to be wealthy, you have to have time freedom. You need to have ultimate health. You need to have
Yeah.
social status. You
Yeah.
need to be happy. And so it takes you through one aspect, I call it party time,
Yeah.
and it's please and really thank you. So every day, what is your ask and what are you grateful for?
And
And
you
it
got to
is
be
a lot of
grateful.
introspection. Oh, without gratitude, nothing happens.
No. No.
But when you start saying thank you,
Every
it's
morning.
crazy how the abundance will be unstoppable.
The shaking down, pressed together, running over kind of unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't be negative and be grateful together. This doesn't work.
No.
So it totally changes you. Totally.
So for me, again, I feel like I'm just on a journey of cracking the code of the monumental people I met when I was a child and understanding how they could still smile despite going through
Wow.
atrocities like that.
So we want to go back to that 7-day thing. I know
7
the Lord
days.
he created in 6 and rested in 7. And you did this thing in 7 days. How is that possible? What was going on?
It's all about location. So that 9 to 5 I told you about, for 5 years, I sold luxury vacations, cruises.
Okay.
And
Okay.
for those that believe in whether you call it law of attraction, manifesting, willing it in, 3 years before I took that trip, I told my husband we're going to be on that ship. This is while it was still in construction, and we're going to be in a suite, and I know what kind of suite I want. And while we're sitting in that room having that experience, most of my time that 7 days was sitting on the balcony writing the book. And
That is
there's just
amazing.
something about communing with nature, listening to the ocean,
Oh
and
my God.
that reset, that disconnect, that just stirs the creative juices and gets you going. And I'm so happy that this is what was birthed and that everyone can get to new levels with a little bit of help.
You are so amazing. I'm so happy to hear you say that because it's true. It's truer than we even know. And if we just set our mind, it's called mindset for a reason.
Yes.
We just set our mind on pushing away the negative.
Yes.
We get so wrapped up in the pandemic and the news and the this and the that we don't focus on the things that give us joy. When we set our mind on that and we repeat that over and over. Oh, I just thought of a funny story. I got to tell this. So I want a new house. So one day my husband came home and all the pictures were down off the wall.
Oh.
He said, "What happened here?" I said, "We're moving." He said, "When?" I said, "I don't know."
Mhm.
Excuse me. I said, "I don't know."
Mhm.
We moving. We got to get ready. And so in your mind and in your words and in your vision, it's going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Mhm.
When? I don't know.
The
But
when
it's gonna
doesn't
happen.
matter. The
That's right.
when
It's not
doesn't
my
matter.
business. It's not my
That is
business.
the key on mindset.
Right.
That's
That
not my business.
the when does not matter. Because if you say a
Say it
date,
again. Say it again, Sharon. Yvonne, say it again.
the when does not matter. The WHEN does not matter. All that matters is that you WIN, and you will if you never give up. So
No, you got to say that again.
Say it
Rewind.
again. Say it again.
Rewind. We love that.
The when.
And the how doesn't matter either. The how is none of your business.
nope, nothing. Just make sure you're thinking about the right when. Forget about the WHEN. You focus on that WIN, and it's over. That's it.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
Did
you
you hear
can't
that?
help
It's a
but
wrap.
win. Yeah.
Benita said, "You speaking her language now." Cherie said,
And here's
"Manifest." That's what it is. It's
oh,
manifestation.
love it. And here's the thing about it for those that are actively big on this. If you say a date, you're going to limit yourself because if it doesn't show up when you expected it, you created disappointment. And remember, we have to stay in the positive.
Yeah.
But if you say it's going to be 5 years from now and it shows up in a year, well, you just slowed it down. So again, timing has nothing to do with it. Just be ready. When opportunity knocks, you open that door wide, because that's where the miracles happen.
How's that meme go? Like this? Yeah. Because if it's not your door, what will happen? It won't open.
There you go.
So.
And you know, I say that every day we rise, we have an energy pie. And I am not going to waste a slice on anything that doesn't benefit me. So the worry, the anxiety, the fear, the stress, that's not energy I can afford to expend, because I'm working towards something that's so big, I don't even know what it is. Right. I need 110% of it to go to the thing that's coming.
Oh, so, yeah, and not only that, when you have high expectations, joy, energy, love, peace, thankfulness, gratefulness, you're vibrating at a higher level, and you attract that to you. Conversely, when you're anxious, nervous, fearful, upset, you're vibrating at a low energy level, and more of that comes to you.
Amen.
And so where do you want to be?
Yeah, we all know. We all know those people, those ladies, if you will, that, you know, back, my mom was a big fan of Flintstones, and there was that one character that always had the cloud over his head.
Yeah.
And it's like, woozy woo.
It was Schlepper. I know him. I was him.
There was nothing ever good. It's like everything bad.
Lightning,
and I used to wonder, what happened to him? It was his mindset. If you can actually ditch the clouds.
Yvonne, you took me back, girl. You took me back.
I'm right there with you.
You took me back. I had forgot about Schlep Rock.
We don't want those. We don't want to be those.
You have to have high energy. So what are some things that you would say to your audience, the audience that's watching you, about getting in that place? Because many people have had things happen in their lives that make them upset, angry. They just can't get over it, can't get past it. And so their energy is constantly low. Yeah. How do you get them up higher? What else besides affirmations? What else do you do to help them?
So that time travel that I mentioned, in your own way and at your own pace, you got to go back. And what I mean by that is resentment, trauma. Those are bitter pills that will hold you hostage. Yeah. So the minute that you let go, and it sounds backwards, but stick with me for a minute. The moment that you let go and you forgive, that's the freedom. You're letting go of all this that held you down, and you let in amazing things. Yeah. And here's the thing, the person that did these things to you, or the circumstance that brought this on you, they're not thinking about you. They've moved on.
No.
So don't give them the power to continue holding you down. You know, everyone speaks about woman empowerment. We have to do it for ourselves. We really have to let go, and then we can start moving forward. And again, I say it cautiously, that it's at your own pace, because some people can do it like this. Others need a little bit of time. The key is just start doing it.
Somewhere.
Because that freedom, you cannot put a price tag on it.
Priceless.
Peace. Yeah.
Priceless. I mean, you hear it all the time about how forgiveness is for you and not for the other person. Yeah. And people love to say, I'll forgive, but I'll never forget. And they don't realize how they're blocking themselves from moving forward. Absolutely. So I'm so glad you shared that. I mean, it's incredible what we really have the control to do.
Yes.
You know, everyone likes to say Happy New Year on the, you know, as soon as it hits midnight on the 31st. But I say every day you wake up is a new year. Yeah. Because it's a chance for you. My grandma would always say, you know, as long as you have breath in your body, you can always change.
Yes.
It's just up to you.
Love it.
I love it. Love it.
And it's so amazing that it takes some of us, talk about, so long to figure it out. because we don't recognize that we do need a coach. Right? I tried to do it myself.
Yeah.
For so long.
Well, it's
But
culturally ingrained in us for generations
yes,
to
come
be strong, to be
on.
independent,
Come
to do it on your
on.
own. And that's the biggest hoax that was
The
fed to
biggest
us.
lies fed to us that we don't need help. We don't need anybody. And once I finally got a coach and realized that it was all right here the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what we want for everyone that's listening.
Yes.
If you're stuck where you are, you got Yvonne right there. How do we get in touch with you, Yvonne?
Well, you can either go to my website, www.newuwow.com. I do encourage everyone to reach out to me directly via email as well, newuwowcoach@gmail.com. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see me at New You Wow. And then I like to connect on a personal level. So on Facebook, Yvonne Nobles, Nobles, you'll find me there. But, what I do ask everyone to do, if they have it in their space, to just go to Amazon, get the book, because it completely will be life-changing. I have some that have said they've read it 4 times, and every time they read it, there's something brand new. And it's just, when you can alleviate yourself of generational curses, and you can be the first that becomes a superpower, not just for you, but for everyone you love, it's priceless, It really is. And, I like how you said, too, that we try to do it alone. Living here in Miami, I get to go to the beach quite a bit. And my favorite part is when I see those waves rolling in. And when I'm watching those waves, I always think about collective strength in numbers, because that one wave is composed of millions of little droplets. And if one of those droplets was missing, the wave wouldn't be the same. So let's make waves. Let's get together on this, and we will blow our minds when we realize what we're capable of together.
Blowing our minds here with the waves and blowing our minds on the African continent. I'm ready. I'm in.
What a wonderful way to even get started. This whole conversation is that mindset. Come on. You have someone who says, I don't know anything about oil and gas, but I'm going to do it. Wait, what?
Brilliant.
You write a book in 7 days. Like, wait, what?
That's because we have powerful people surrounding us, and we just need to tap into that energy source. Each one of us energizes each other. We're all here for a purpose, to help one another grow.
Yes.
And so if you're looking today to find out more about Yvonne Nobles, go to, where are they going?
NewYouWow.com.
NewYouWow.com. Like that. NewYouWow.com. To reach her at?
You can email me as well, newuwowcoach@gmail.com, or if you want to DM me on Facebook, Instagram, Yvonne Nobles, Nobles. And I'm just going to encourage everyone that's here to remember, no matter where your starting point is, it's like you're in an elevator. And the challenge is this never stops, because you always want to reach the next floor. But what's tough is, as you break through that level, the ceiling's made of glass. And the higher you go, the denser the glass gets. So like the lady said earlier, you can't do it on your own, because the bigger you get, the bigger the hurdle. And why not collapse time? What's going to take you years, do it in months, do it in weeks. Get the necessary support and become the new you that you need to be right now.
That's so fabulous.
Thank you.
We have been so blessed to have you on the show, Yvonne. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Shani, for inviting her. Tell us again, Shani, what is your last outtake?
My last outtake from her is definitely not the win, WHEN, but the win, WIN, that matters. I love that. I might say that. That might be my mantra for the rest of the week.
We just stole that one. I just want you to know.
Wonderful.
And Yvonne, your last outtake.
I'm going to share a story, something that happened with me. It's a short one, because we all think that, once you do something amazing, you've made it. but there's always something else.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell everyone, please, please live big. I had an opportunity to get a phone call from a celebrity, the great Les Brown, and I did not expect it. I screamed, hyperventilated, lost my mind. My husband ran out from the other room and said, "What is it, a spider?" I was like, I just missed a call from Les Brown. But what was wonderful about missing it was I didn't have to pinch myself to see if it was real. That amazing voice left a message that inspires me and will continue to. And I know it's just the beginning of so many more amazing things. So never limit what you think you are capable of and what you can do. If you can dream it, you can reach it. Just don't give up.
That is amazing. We thank you so much for being here. You can get a hold of Yvonne Nobles on www.newuwow.com and newuwowcoach@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Shani, for being the super sensational, sexy wearing that jewelry woman on my platform, on my right hand and on my left. It has been an amazing day, an amazing night. Thank you so much. You know what time it is. It's time for you to step into your greatness because the world is waiting for you. Good night. We'll see you next week.
Good night. We'll see you next week. Hang out for a little bit, Yvonne. I have more to talk about.